Hello and welcome to the match review of yet another Hansi Flick and FC Barcelona absolute hyperscrape. And for the first time in God knows how long, Barca returned from the international break and continued their run of form. This time they've gone away to Girona, which was always going to be a difficult tie, and they managed to make it an easy tie with a 4-1 just hyper thrashing. And it's been yet another performance for Barcelona this season where they looked absolutely unbeatable. They dominated the attack, they dominated the middle of the pitch, and they made it difficult for Girona to get in behind them. And right from the start of the game here, Barcelona were pressing. They picked their moments. They weren't pressing the entire time, and they picked their moments when to press as a team and when to drop a bit more back as a team. But the first Lamine Yamal goal, for example, Lamine Yamal pressed the Girona center back, David Lopez, and forced him to make an error. He took the ball, turned, ran to the goal, and just finished it. Typical nice goal for Barcelona. Good work rate from Lamine Yamal, and it has been absolutely spectacular the way he's performed today because right after that, he scored yet another goal after Rafinha whipped the ball in from the free kick, and the ball fell loose to Lamine Yamal, who was positioned well at the top of the box, and he just finished it similarly to the way he scored versus Athletic Bilbao in the second game of the season. And Barca had a 2-0 advantage once again in the first half of the game, and away is an absolute huge advantage to have because Girona is a great team. They have a great manager in Michel, and to go there and capitalize and dominate from the first minute to the last is certainly something to note. I also want to highlight Pau Kubarsi, who was, as well as Inigo Martinez, both the center backs were absolutely immense today. Balde was great as well on the left flank. He did have some trouble with his final passes, his crosses, but overall, Balde getting up and down the pitch, spectacular. Very, very, very fast player. Koundé as well. As always, Koundé this season has been absolutely imperative at that right back position. He has not let too many people get past him. He's gone well attacking wise, and if the defense remains like this in this form and continues to suffocate attacks, is going to be an absolutely imperative factor of winning games. But if you do move on to the second half here, and Barca continue to dominate for the second half, especially for that first half of the second half, where right after the second half began, Koundé put an absolutely spectacular over the top through ball into Dani Olmo, who absolutely thunderbolted the ball in from a very difficult angle and managed to find the goal. I don't even think that the managers, Hansi Flick, even knew it was coming. He looked surprised when the goal came. I didn't even see the goal because it was so fast. And I think that just embodies Barcelona right now because they're playing extremely fast attacking wise. They're very direct. They know how to control the midfield if they need to. They know how to attack and push up as fast as possible if they need to, if they need to score a goal. Now we have a situation where multiple of the Barca defenders can actually play long balls. Koundé is great at that. Kubarsi is great at that. Inigo Martinez is good at finding passes on the ground in between the lines. And for a team like Barcelona who plays so intricately, so tactically, is going to be important to have those kind of passes from the defense. And I also want to say that Pedri, not only just this game, but this season, he has been absolutely spectacular. He's looked stronger than ever. He's looked faster than ever. He's had more control in the middle of the pitch than ever. He has made some spectacular runs up into the box to score goals, and that goal today was a wonderful pass through ball from Casado. The defenders, David Lopez and Daley Blind, they didn't know who to mark from that pass because it was so disguised well from Casado. He put the ball through, and Pedri, with the technicality and intelligence that he has, he got around the keeper and he finished it with his left foot. But Pedri has been absolutely just beautiful to watch, and it's exciting because he's had very tough moments across the last 2 or 3 seasons. He's had a lot of injuries. He hasn't been consistent performance wise because of those injuries. And now that we can see him at this level and continue improving is something that Barca fans have been waiting for since he played extremely well in the 2020-2021 season. So it's going to be very important to not only keep improving Pedri, but also manage his minutes and ensure that he remains at this physical peak that he's at right now. And in the second half, Barca did get a little bit more active with the chances on the counter attack because Girona did start pushing up a bit more. They obviously needed a goal, but there were some chances for Lewandowski, for example. He had two good chances, one in which he was through on goal alone. He had some pressure in behind from the defender putting his body onto him, but it was a chance that he should have finished. He should have shot it earlier, and it was one of Lewandowski's off games when it comes to finishing. Off the ball, he was still great. He was still creating space for teammates. He still had a lot of impact in the game. Just when it came to finishing, he wasn't on it today. He also had a chance that Lamine created for him right at the top of the box. He couldn't put it on target. It was still a nice shot. Just couldn't get on target. But Lewandowski this season as well has been absolutely spectacular with the way he's positioned himself in the field, his mentality overall. He's had more involvement in the attacks, so it's nice to see. It just couldn't be a Barca performance. It couldn't be a great Barca performance without a Ter Stegen just mistake. Just Ter Stegen came off the line. Girona put a through ball in. Ter Stegen came off the line, but there was no conviction. He came off the line. The ball was slightly loose, but the attacker got to it first. Ter Stegen had no conviction when he came out of his line, and he allowed the attacker to get the ball around him and send the ball across the box. And it was just a simple finish for Cristiano Stuani, who managed to get a goal for Girona. It could have been a simple clean sheet for Barcelona today once again, but Ter Stegen, we know how he's performed recently for Barcelona, decided to step in, and that was that basically. So 4-1 for Barcelona, and now it's 4 points ahead of Real Madrid, for example, on the table. They have a couple of points ahead of the second place, and it's 5 games, 5 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses. They've scored 16 goals this season. Yamal, Rafinha, Olmo, Lewandowski, the entire team has been absolutely playing out of their skin, and there's some tough games coming up now. It's more away matches for Barcelona. They have Monaco away next in the Champions League, and it's something that if it can be kept consistent, this Barca team it's going to be just a joy to watch, not just for Barca fans, but for football fans in general. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter recently who are United fans, who are just Premier League fans in general, or Bayern fans, for example, saying that Barcelona are just like on another level right now, not just in terms of winning, but how they are playing. They are absolutely dominating teams, and to score as many goals as they have across these 5 games is something definitely to note. And I want you guys to let me know what you guys think, because it's just we haven't seen a Barca like this in very long. They've had periods where they've played like this for a couple of games, but it was never anything consistent, and it wasn't to this level. And it's probably the first time in a while, because I've been watching Barcelona for over a decade now, and it's the first time in a while where I've been looking forward to Barca matches this much. I'm like, so excited to watch, and I really hope it continue for the course of the season, if not multiple seasons. So once again, let me know what you guys think, and hopefully we get to see more of this from Barcelona.